Hi everybody, it's me, Danielle, aka D the Biblio. I'm actually coming to you from the end of this reading vlog, but I'm going to give you an update on what you can look forward to in the next however many minutes that you're giving me. In this vlog, you will see me reading for the Till The Weekend readathon that was hosted by my friend Jackie over at Jacqueline, and Ashley from Ashley's Little Library, and Jordan from Sorry Book Solid. All three of them have become my friends. Jordan and Jackie I know a little bit better because we're in book club together, but I'm looking forward to getting to know Ashley very soon. Yeah, it's been really, really fun. So it was a 72-hour readathon that I managed to read 3.5 books during while working a full-time job. So, but it's really cool. They have a Discord channel that we all joined, and we did a buddy watch. I couldn't attend that because it was the same night as my my NFL football draft. But we did a buddy watch of a movie together. There was a live show that was so cool. They did, spooky stories, and everybody turned the lights off, and it was really fun. And there was 3 prompts for reading. There was a group read called Infinite by Brian Freeman that I did read, and I gave 5 stars. It was very good. Then you could read a thriller, horror, true crime, what have you, with green on the cover, which I did. I read The Troop for that one. I had actually started it last month, but I restarted it at the beginning so that I could use it for this challenge. And then the other one is just to read any thriller, horror, true crime, whatever you want, free space kind of. And I read Too Good to Be True by Carola Lovering for that one, and I gave it 4.5 stars. The Troop I gave 3.5 stars. I felt like The Troop was just gross for being gross. But anyway, I'm giving you all the spoilers of what I'm reading. But anyway, and then I restarted The Diviners, which I love. So I read that last year, and I'm rereading it so that I can continue with the series. But anyway, I'm just moving some books because I just did a little book haul, and the stack was too high. I would be sitting like this. So anyway, yeah, so I hope you all enjoy this reading vlog adventure. There's a lot of B-roll because I know you guys like the B-roll. I went to the library during this. I went out for breakfast. It was good. So, I mean, I said I worked a full-time job, but I work a full-time job. I just had Friday off, so. But anyway, so it is Labor Day weekend right now, and I am off until Tuesday. So I'm actually coming to you from the future. Right now it's Saturday. So, but anyway, I'm going to let you watch what I've done in the last couple of days, and then hopefully you enjoy it. So hopefully you've all enjoyed the last couple of days, and that you enjoy reading along with me or watching. So I hope that you all enjoy this, and I will see you at the end. Bye. Hey everyone. So it's day 2 of Till The Weekend. I just logged off of work. It is like 5 o'clock almost. I work 8 to 4, so and I also just finished a huge bag of Cheetos because I was hungry. I have a pounding headache, but I am going to try to get some reading done here. Yesterday I was able to read the entire thing of The Troop by Nick Cutter. I did start that last month, and I got like 32% in, and then, I had to be honest, so I restarted it on Libby, just the audiobook. I restarted it so that I could, say that I read the whole thing. But I did turn it up to 3 times speed. So my fingernails are orange. But I did turn it up to 3 times speed so that I could just listen to it while I worked. and then I finished it after work, but it was a quick read. I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to, especially with how much I really liked the Saturday Night Ghost Club. That was, you guys saw my reading vlog of that. I will link it in the description box below, so that you can check it out if you want to. But I really, really liked the Saturday Night Ghost Club, which he writes under his real name, which is Craig Davidson, and then Nick Cutter is a pseudonym. But I don't know. I felt like it was just gross for gross's sake. Anyway, I'll do a wrap up at the end of this, and I'll tell you all my final thoughts. But I was also able to start Too Good to Be True by Carol Levering. This is my book of the month edition. And I took the cover off because I always take the cover off. And I started it last night at probably like 6:30 or 7. I apologize for not vlogging yesterday. I did not feel very well. I had a terrible day. And I logged off work, took a shower, ordered some delivery, and read. And that was pretty much my whole day yesterday. But I was able to get to page 266, which means I only have a little tiny bit left. So I'm going to try to finish that up now. I'm not working tomorrow, so super long weekend. So my company surprised us all and gave us a Friday off in September, and I was able to work with my amazing team of leaders and have today off, or tomorrow off. So I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off, and then I'm back to work on Tuesday. So anyway, but I am gonna buckle down and try to finish this Too Good to Be True. So for those of you who don't know, this is a thriller. It's a almost like romantic suspense. So this book, it was a book of the month in March of 2021, so it's pretty new still. But it's about a girl named Sky who is, I think she's in her 20s, and she meets the perfect guy. His name is Burke. They get engaged after 6 months of dating, they get married after a year. And so it's told from her point of view, his journals, and this other woman named Heather. So I was able to read the first part, the second part, or the first part and most of the second part. I think I'm still in the second part. I don't remember if there's a third part. I was kind of flying through it yesterday. But yeah, I'm on chapter 45. It's from Burke's perspective right now. And goodness, it's so good. It is so good. So I'm going to jump back into that, see what's going on with Sky and Burke and Heather. And I will get back with you all later. I hope everyone's enjoying Thrill to the Weekend. This is awesome. So I will talk to you all later. My awesome orange fingernails from eating so many Cheetos. And I will talk to you all soon. Oh man, I'm a mess today. Okay, bye. Okay. Dang. It got warm out. I mean, it's only 66, but woo, it's warm. I'm gonna make sure that you can actually hear this. Okay. Oh my gosh, I look like such a mess. But Till the Weekend, Netflix and Thrill, is still going on. It's the last day, and I am not working today, so I'm just chilling. Oh, my hair. I am so sweaty. Anyway, so what have I read so far? That's a very good question, because I have done a terrible job at keeping you all updated. So I have read 3 books in 2 days. I read The Troop was the first one that I read. I had started that one last month and read, I don't know, like 30% of it. So I restarted the audiobook because it had to go back to the library, and then I got the what's the word I'm looking for? The rental, the thing, whatever, again. So I did that. I read that book. It wasn't my favorite. It was really gross, and I feel like it was gross for gross's sake instead of being gross for horror's sake. But anyway, I talked to you guys about this the other day, so I'm not going to tell you too much about it, and then I'll kind of go through my thoughts at the end again. But anyway, so I read that one, and then I read Too Good to Be True by Carola Lovering, which was one of my book of the month choices from earlier this year. That was so good. I gave it 4.5 stars. I think I probably would have given it 5 stars had it ended like a little bit previous to where it did end, but I really liked it. And it did come to a satisfying ending, even though it wasn't the ending that I wanted. That's okay. But it was good nonetheless. And then I read Infinite by Brian Freeman, and that was the buddy read for Till the Weekend. And that was so good. I gave that 5 stars. That one, for those of you who don't know, it's about a man who suffers the loss of his wife in an accident, and in trying to cope with that, he discovers this lady who does a lot of like multiple reality things where she's sorry, some guy just walked by me. He's like staring at me. I'm like, yeah, I'm talking to myself, holding my phone up on top of my steering wheel. Move along, please. But yeah, oh, it was so good. It was like multiple realities, multiple universes, doppelgangers. It was very good. There was a lot going on in that. That was very, very interesting. And then I just this morning restarted one of my favorites from last fall, which is The Diviners by Libba Bray. This book takes place in the 20s. It's a historical fiction, magical realism mystery. And there's a lot going on, but it's so good. I think I rated it either 4 or 5 stars last year, but I really want to continue with the series. And you know, I've read over 100 books since then, and I can't remember anything about it. So I'm rereading it. I just took myself to breakfast at one of my favorite local places that does gluten-free pancakes. I got pumpkin pecan pancakes, and they were delicious. And I got a side of bacon, which was so yummy. And I ate way too much. Like, way too much. I should not have finished it, but I was listening to the book and I was reading along and I was just eating, and I finished everything, and now I am too full. But anyway, so I'm gonna go to the library, see if I can find anything that looks good and go from there. But I need to turn the air conditioning on in Lucille. Lucille is what I call my car. I need to turn the air conditioning on because I am like the Wicked Witch of the West right now. I am melting. So I'm gonna get going and I will catch you all soon. I hope you all are having a wonderful Friday, and yeah, happy reading, everybody. Bye. So it is 11:30 in the morning on Saturday. I'm freezing. So I have a hat on and a hoodie. I'm just cozy at my house right now. But I wanted to give you all an update on how everything's going. I'm still rereading The Diviners. I didn't get much of a chance to read last night. I decided that I wanted to start watching, what's that new show with Steve Martin and Martin Short? Only Murders in the Building. So I decided that I wanted to start watching that instead, so I didn't get very much reading done. But anyway, so I am a little bit more than halfway through. I'm on page 276 of this edition. This one, because it's a paperback by Little and Brown, it's actually shorter than it shows up on Goodreads, so I'm a little bit further than my percentage on Goodreads shows, but that's okay. Anyway, so I am gonna pick that back up and keep reading. If you can hear that, I'm making some coffee, so it's brewing right now, but I thought I would give you guys an update while it's brewing. So I'm gonna keep reading that, and then I ordered some books from Thrift Books that just got delivered the other day, so I wanted to show you those as well. because I am on like a little bit of a true crime kick right now. After I read If You Tell last month, it was just so good. So I decided that I wanted to read some more. So I got Death in White Bear Lake. I don't actually know what this is about, but it had some really good reviews. It's the true chronicle of an all-American town. So it says on the back, well, there's a sticker over some of it, but it says on a Palm Sunday in 1965, Dennis died. His 3.5-year-old boy bore multiple injuries, but the coroner never ruled on the actual cause of death. Dennis was just buried. That was all. This is the story of a child who was slain in the American heartland among decent, normal neighbors, and about how people like us and how they acted or failed to act at a critical moment in their lives. Here's the brilliantly reported, compelling, true story of an all-American town filled with the people who will never stop wondering what they could or should have done. So it sounds very interesting. There's up here, like, there's a sticker over half of it, so I can only read half the sentences, so I'm not sure what it says at the beginning there. But anyway, it sounds very good. So I'm excited to read that, and it was only like $1 or something, so it was good pricing. It's from Caldor. Gosh, Caldor has been out of business for like so long. That's so funny. But there used to be a Caldor down the street from where I grew up. So I used to go there quite often with my mom. That's funny. But anyway, then I got a couple of more well-known true crime ones, including The Stranger Beside Me by Ann Rule. For those of you who don't know, this is about Ted Bundy. Ann Rule is a true crime writer, and she was working at a call center, I think, and worked with Ted Bundy and had no idea that Ted Bundy was the Ted Bundy that we all know he is. I've wanted to read this for a really long time, and I decided I was just gonna buy it because it's a cool edition, and it was pretty cheap. Thrift Books is the site that I use for a lot of my thrifted books. Between Thrift Books and Second Sale, I get a lot of my books for relatively cheap. They don't have a lot of like new releases for cheaper prices, but they do have new releases as well. With Second Sale, you can support your own local business, and then with Thrift Books, I remember reading online that they support libraries, but I don't know where, and I'm not 100% if that sure if that's true. But I did read that online, so yeah, I order from both of them quite often. But anyway, then I got another Ann Rule. I got Green River Running Red, which is about the Green River Killer. I don't know as much about the Green River Killer as I thought I did, but I'm excited to read this one. I just love the cover of that. It's so cool. But anyway, so this sounded very good too. This one, they have pictures in the middle, which is pretty cool. So if I can actually open it to the page, that would be interesting. They have pictures in the middle of like the victims and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty neat. The Stranger Beside Me does as well. Yeah, his is, or there's a couple pictures of Ted Bundy in here too. This one has pictures as well, I think. Yeah, so you can see what the people look like, which is pretty neat. But yeah, and then I got 2 books by Jerry Bledsoe. A friend of mine from my book club read Bitter Blood at the end of last month, and she really liked it. So I decided to pick this one up. This one also has pictures in the middle. But yeah, so this is the true story of Southern family pride, madness, and multiple murder. I'm not sure what it's about technically, but it looks very interesting. And then the other one that I got by him was Before He Wakes. There's 8 pages of photos. It says it right there. And it's a true crime shocker of marriage and murder. Mesmerizing. I loved every page blurbed by Ann Rule. So, I don't know. This one, they all sounded really good. So we'll see. But one of my, so my book club does prompts every month for your reading, so you can fulfill them however you want. This month, one of them is a historical fiction, which this fulfills. One of them is, I forget what the first one is, but I already did it. Oh, a landscape on the cover. When I read The Troop, that sufficed for that one. And then the last one is something that you know nothing about. So you can read nonfiction or fiction. I am choosing to read this one for that. So I would read one of the Ann Rule ones, but I know a little bit about Ted Bundy. And the Green River Killer does look good, but I feel like I know more than I thought I did. So anyway, my book of the month box came too. So I wanted to unbox this with you as well. I am not affiliated with them in any way. I just enjoy getting the books from them. They cultivate 5 choices every month, and then they have add-ons as well, and sometimes the add-ons are other new releases, like this month. So I chose one of their monthly choices, which is Alice Feeney's new novel, Rock, Paper, Scissors. It's shorter than I thought it would be, but this sounded really good. I've heard really good things about this author as well, so I wanted to get this one. Then I got a backlist title from a couple of months ago. I got Once There Were Wolves. My friend Susan read this and she enjoyed it. It's actually from August, so it's not even that long ago. But I got this one. I love the cover of that. It's another short one too, which is pretty neat. And then I got one of their featured add-ons, which I'm very excited to read. Let me move this box so you don't see like a corner of blue for the rest of the video. It's Lisa Jewell's new novel. I love Lisa Jewell. I have read a lot of her stuff. And then She Was Gone was really good. The Family Upstairs was, there were some changes that I would have made that would have made it better, I think. But, you know, I'm not Lisa Jewell, and she's a best-selling author, and I am just a, new booktuber. So, she obviously knows better. But I do like her writing. There was another, The Invisible Girl. I liked that one. I read that a couple months ago. So I don't like knowing much about thrillers when I go into them, so I have no idea what this is about. I just like the cover. It looks like you're at the bottom of a swimming pool. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. Oh, there's a engagement ring, little tiny engagement ring on there, I think. But anyway, so this one looks good too. So we'll see. And then I went a little crazy at the library. So I have some footage that I had from the library that I will include in this before you get to this point. But I did buy 3 books from the library because they're 50 cents each. So I got 2 in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. Sometimes you gotta just have a little vampire romance in your life. I read the first one and I have the second one. It was funny. I started reading the first one and then I didn't like it very much and I put it down, and then I picked it back up and I read it in like 3 hours because I was like, this is so good. I was just not in the mood. But yeah, so these ones were 50 cents each. So I got them. And then I did buy The Sound of Gravel. I read this last month and I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing. I told my friend Jenny to read it already, and she has. She cried. I cried. It's very, very good. But I wanted a copy of it for my shelves, even though I've already read it, so that I can reread it and just, send Ruth the most love because she needs it. So, yeah, this is a memoir about a girl growing up in a polygamous cult in Mexico, and trying to escape from it, and loss and family and grief, and it's very, very good. It's very powerful. My friend Jackie told me to read this, so thank you, Jackie. And then I borrowed 3 books. So these ones are not mine. I will be reading them and then returning them. This one, again, I know nothing about. It's Lost by S.L. Bolton. And it's crime fiction. If you only read one crime novel this year, make it this one. I don't know. It was on the mystery shelf, and I just thought that cover was very cool. So I got this one. If I don't, I'll give it probably like 50 pages, and if I don't like it, I'll just return it. But it sounded good, so I got that one. I got another Jennifer McMahon book. I read 3 of her books a couple months ago. I read The Invited, I read The Drowning Kind, and The Winter People. I loved The Winter People. I really liked The Drowning Kind, and by The Invited, I was a little burnt out on her writing style. So I don't think I gave it a fair shot. I'm going to have to reread it, but this one, it's called Dismantled. I've never heard of this one, but it says, "Tell me your biggest secret," and I just love the cover. That's very cool. So, I picked this one. A failed marriage, a long-buried secret, and a lonely child's imaginary friend. So that sounds like a recipe for disaster. And then I got Joe Nesbo's The Snowman. So I know a little bit about this, but I really want to watch the movie. And I wanted to read the book first. So this is about a serial killer who leaves a snowman at all of the grave sites or whatever, dump sites for where he leaves the bodies. So it sounds good. So we'll see. But anyway, that was my haul. A lot of books. This took like 15 minutes. It'll be a little shorter because I sneezed in the middle, and I'm going to cut that out. But anyway, my coffee is done. That was what that beep was a little while ago. So I'm going to go make myself a coffee, cuddle in my bed and read some more of the Diviners so that I can get that done today. And then, yeah. So I think I'm going to wrap this up now. And then I'll start a new vlog soon. I was going to do a TBR video, but it's already the 5th or whatever, 4th. So I don't think I'm going to do one for this month. But that's okay because I don't live to a TBR usually anyway. So anyway, I'm going to go get back to the book. And I hope that you all have had a wonderful week, that you're having a great long weekend if it applies to you. And that you're all taken care of because, the world is a crazy place right now. So yes, so I will see you in my next video, and hit the subscribe button and you can be notified whenever I post new content. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, and please feel free to subscribe. I will subscribe to anybody who subscribes to me. And I'm going from there. So trying to build my platform from the ground up. And anyway, yeah. So it's supposed to be pretty nice out today. So I'm going to go outside and read outside maybe in a little bit, but it's too chilly right now. So anyway, I hope that you all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Love you all. Bye.